Hey guys, today I'm gonna give you my makeup routine. So I have my coffee with me because we love coffee. Very good. Okay. So this is the bag I keep like all my makeup in. She has everything I ever need for makeup. Like all the stuff I use is in this bag. And there's a lot. And okay, so we're gonna start off with the thing that just fell out of the bag. It's the CeraVe sunscreen, like tinted sunscreen. And I don't use a lot of it, but I just like put it on like that. Okay. Then we go and just rub it in. Okay, now that's all on, so what I'm gonna go do and this is more of my everyday makeup. I'll give you guys a tutorial on not every day, sometime, but for now. This is just like, it's not like a full makeup glam. I don't really like wearing a whole lot of makeup when I don't have to in the daytime, just because it makes me break out. So I try not to when I don't have to, but that video will be coming pretty soon, I feel like, especially because we're going on the cruise. So okay, I have actually two different shades of concealer, and I can never tell which one is which. I have to use this one. This one's the e.l.f. concealer in the shade Light Ivory, and it's just the one I use, and it's great. I love it. And I just kind of like put it right. Okay. In the corner of my eye, and on the end. Also, sorry, my voice is kind of weird. I just woke up like 10 minutes ago, so that's why. And then I just kind of do it on any dots that kind of, I don't want to be super rushed. Kind of. Oh my gosh, I can't control the wand today. And I do put like a little dot on my forehead and my nose. And then I go on my smile lines. And it just kind of brightens them up. And I do a little bit right. Also, sorry if I'm like being like weird like that. My mirror is right behind you, so I'm trying to look in the mirror at the same time because the mirror has better lighting than the camera does. Also, sorry about the lighting. I try getting as much light as I can here, but I need to get a ring light because I actually do have a ring light, but it's broken. So getting that, I just kind of tap it in. I know a lot of people kind of wait for it to kind of dry, but I really don't want to, so I'm not that patient. And I'm also trying to make it as matte as I can today. Usually I'm okay with like a kind of glowy look, but we are doing an episode of the podcast, I think, today, of the In Real Life podcast. If you go and search up IRL podcast, it should pop up. Nothing's posted yet though, so it might not be. We'll see. Anyways, yikes. You never realize how much is actually on your face until you have to go around and blend it. That's blended. Also, I think the shade it's in is, that's not my regular one, Light Ivory. I did grab this one, if you guys are wondering why I'm looking on the bottom, because I didn't have like my regular concealer in stock, so I tried grabbing the one that's closest to it, and this one's just like a shade lighter, so it kind of, I try to avoid it when I can, because this one is almost running out. But I think I can get a few more lives out of it. Okay, that's the concealer look, and I think I got everything on it. So yay. Next, so what I do, I know you're not really supposed to kind of like do setting powder if you're doing more creams, but I just put it under my eyes so that the concealer, because I don't put anything else underneath my eyes, but it's just so that the concealer doesn't go like get too creased. And I just kind of dab it, and then I let it sit before I actually blend it until I put a little bit more on. So that's all. Next, I'm gonna go in. Excuse me. My voice and throat is always super weird in the morning. It is. Well, this is the e.l.f. Skin Bronzing Drops, and I'm just now realizing I use like a lot more. I just got it in my bag, but that's okay. A lot more e.l.f. than I thought I did. I just kind of like that on both sides, like a small little line. And then just like that. Oh, that's not a little bit. That's a lot of it. I'll just do that usually. It's getting like, what? Okay, it's okay. We're all good. And then I'm gonna use, I actually use my blush brush. Never know. Sometimes I do, not always. I didn't know I had this brush in here. It's just like this round brush. Anyways, my ear is really itchy and I don't know why. I just kind of blend it. I had to look in the mirrors for this one, for the color especially. I just kind of like blend it wherever it looks like it needs it. And I do blend this one up into my hairline a little bit more. Also, you guys are seeing me bald, so you can see the portion. And I try going on my eyelids a little bit, so I don't have to wear like eyeshadow. And it just kind of like blends in a little more. It looks really bad right now, but don't worry, it gets better. Then I go in with the Road Blush in the shade Date Cake. Yeah, Date Cake. I love this, but I can't use too much because it's such a dark color and I don't have very dark skin. So I have to be careful, but these are the places I put it in. I do my cheeks, like right on my cheekbone, and then my nose. There we go. I can talk. And then I also do just a little bit on my forehead, like literally so tiny. And it just, like, it doesn't look like it's even gonna do anything, but it actually does do more than it looks like it will. And then I just go and I blend those all together. And I try to kind of connect them. Like, that's kind of what helps me know where to go with it. It's just blending it together. And it looks very strong. That's why I can't use very much at all. And it's very, very pink, but it gets better because, or it will get better at the end and not look so pink because we still have more stuff to put on. And if it gets ever too dark, like even with the stuff on, I just add a little bit of concealer. Like I'll do a dot concealer on my cheek and cover it up a little bit more. Just a very light dot though. And it does help, I think. Okay. Now we go in. This is the NYX Wonder Stick. It's dual, and I think it's contour and highlighter. This, I never used the highlighter before, but it's actually really pretty. It's like a gold one. You guys can't really see that. Yeah, you guys can't see that. Anyways, it's like a gold color, and so I might have to use that later, possibly. I don't know, we'll see. But this is the bronzer contour stick, not bronzer, sorry. And what I usually do with contour is I go right under my cheekbone, and then I go straight down, not straight, just kind of like at a slight angle, right there. And then I go up on my eye a little bit. And then like right where my eyebrow arch is, I do a little straight one. Then for my nose, I barely do any on my nose. And I go like that. And just fix it up. And then I go like that. Okay, I'm gonna be back when I do this. Okay, now I just kind of blend it like kind of the way like it looks like your face goes up. It kind of like lifts it, except for this part I do go down. And I always have to be like really careful or make sure I blend these all the way because it is probably way too dark a color, but I got it for free, okay? So I just kind of go like that and dab it in to make sure it's in all the way. And then go up and up. And I always make sure to follow through to my hairline. I just revealed my entire hairline to you guys, so there you go. And then for my nose, I do go down on the side just because I don't need to go up. Kind of like that. I like rarely ever do my nose, but I figured I would show you guys how I do my nose, what I do. And then I go up and around. I look like I am a pig with my nose right now. Okay. And that's that for nose. So, yeah. And then I'll do same thing on the other side, but I won't make you guys have to do that. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, and I just take whatever's like left over on the sponge on most all of my stuff except for blush, and even sometimes I do blush and just kind of tap it, and I do that on my ears too, just kind of like that. make sure it's even. Oh my goodness, I have an eyelash in my eyeball. I hope it makes everything feel better. Okay, now I'm double checking, but I do think that's all of my cream products. So for this next part, this is the Instant Peel Off Lip Liner in Stain from Amazon. It's actually the wrong color that I wanted, but I do still use it. But I put this on to dry while I do the rest of my makeup, so I just line my lips. Like that. And then I'm gonna do the top. And I don't overline my lips though. I just personally don't like that look. I just do it right on the outside, like right there, or on the inside, sorry. But I'll be back. Well, now what I'm doing, I take this. I take my setting powder and I'll grab my like little sponge and I'll put under my eyes for this and around my nose and like up to my T-zone too, because I feel like I can get pretty oily sometimes, and I also want this to be really matte. So when I do want it to be matte, I also go on top of my eyelid like that, which matte is not every day. I don't usually go on top of my eyelid, but when I need it to be matte for days like today, that's what I do. That, and then I go right underneath my chin, or not underneath, right on my chin and jawline, like that. And I just kind of work like that, any excess powder up. So I do put it all over my face in the end, but how it looks. I feel like the bronze contour or bronzer, whatever one it was, looks a little stronger right there than it does over here. Maybe it's just the lighting though. Okay. Now I do go in with another blush. I love blush so much. I might be a little blush blind, but that's okay. I go in with Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Powder Blush, and this is the shade Desert Rose. I've had this thing, ow, since like March. It's November, and it's like there's barely a dent in it, and I use this thing like basically every day. Like, it's really rare when I don't use it. Anyway, I take my blush brush and I just dab it, and just like it gives it a little bit more of a color to it, or like, I don't know how to explain it. It just makes it look nice. And I do put this one like kind of like, I don't put it in the middle of my forehead, but like up around my eyebrows, and then I kind of work up a little bit. And I just dab what's left on the brush, kind of like makes my face more light and like glowier, but not like physically glowier, like radiant. I don't know, something like that. And then I'm going with this NYX Buttermilk bronzer. This is the one in the shade All Buttered Up, I think. I don't know, the back's kind of like rough. I've also had this thing since March, and I don't use this one every day in particular, but I still have a lot of it, which is good. And then I just take the blush brush on this one. This is my blush brush, and I just literally do. But it works because like I feel like it's really pigmented, which is good. And I work it on the bottom of my nose and around. Then I get more for my cheeks, and I'm just gonna dab it like that. And then I go around my mouth and chin, and then I go underneath my chin and like down my neck. just to make sure it all looks pretty even color-wise. Then I try to do eyelids so they don't look 10 times brighter, but honestly it doesn't even really matter for me anymore because I'm crazy with mascara, so half the makeup on my eyes already comes off anyway, so it doesn't matter. Anyways, I think honestly that's about it. I guess I have this highlighter. So I switched between these two highlighters. This is the Seraphine Botanicals First Light in the shade Melon Sorbet, and then this is the Rare Beauty one in the shade Enlighten. I normally use this one. This one I got for like $3 on Ipsy, so but I'm gonna use this one today just because it's powder and I do like that. It is pretty, but it is very like more sparkly over like highlighter, if that makes sense. Probably not. There's that, and then I take this off because at this point it starts to annoy me and it's usually ready to come off. I got some on my tooth. Okay, you know what? I guess I'm just gonna have a pink tooth. I think I got it off for the most part. This fit's kind of hard to get off, but then I just put chapstick on because it dries my lips out a lot. I don't know why, it just really does. Okay, and that's kind of how it comes out, like just the lined lips. It's kind of hard to see, but also you can tell it's there, if that makes sense. Probably not. Okay, now eyelashes stuff. I take my lash curler and I hold it down for 5 seconds. And I pinch for 10. And there you go. See? Very pretty. Before and then after. And then I do one eyelash at a time, or like one eye at a time. Because of the combo, I feel like it's kind of hard to like, I don't want to mess it up. So let me get all this stuff for it. Okay. So first I start with the Giorgio Armani mascara. This I got free at Sephora for like a trial one, so I don't know how long this is gonna last. But I just, hold on, I need my mirror for a second. This one's really good at not clumping and kind of like a lengthening one in a way. Like it's not very volumizing, but it's really, really pretty even by itself. And then I do this one on my bottom lashes. Oh my goodness, I can't speak when I do mascara, so I'm really trying. Sorry if I can't. Okay, there's that. And then I go in with the Master Mascara by Makeup by Mario, and then I'll put that on. Like that. And then for Full Glam, I do some like clusters like on the end, but I really need to do Full Glam video. So next time I do Full Glam, I'll show you guys what I do for it. And then I take the Tarte tubing mascara. I do this stuff by itself a lot too, and it's so good. These eyelashes are more for if I want to do anything today, which I don't think I am, but I was just gonna show you because I do this combo a lot too. So I'll just kind of like, I feel like this is more to kind of seal it in, if that makes sense. Help it hold. And then I do this on my bottom too. like that. And then I'm gonna do the other side and I'll be back. Okay, other side is done. I also realized that I forgot to curl this side. So hopefully it lasts. Alright, and then when I'm done, I'll clean up. You can't really see it on the camera, but it's really bad in person. I'll just kind of go around with the Q-tip with water on it and clean it up. Next, I am gonna spray my face with this is the NYX face glue setting spray, and I'm just gonna go in with that. And then on top, I'm gonna go in with some setting powder, and it just, I feel like it helps it really stick. It just helps really stick to it and make it more matte. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Also, I sneezed when I was putting my mascara on. Yikes. It was bad. But we're good now. Okay. We're good with that now. And now, time for lips. So, for lips, I use a lot of stuff. Oh, I forgot. Eyeliner. I don't do a lot. I just do a little bit on my upper waterline. And I'll just kind of go halfway through my eye. Like that. Like, it doesn't really do a whole lot, but at the same time it does. Ignore my eyes starting to water. They just water every time I try putting on eyeliner. But I kind of clump my mascara on this side. Another thing with the lash curler is it does help make it, I feel like, to me anyways, like not clumpy. I also forgot to do eyebrows. So I just take, this is the e.l.f. glue, and there's actually honestly not really anything on the brush. But I just kind of like brush up, like at a slight angle, and then just shape it down like that. I don't really care that much about my eyebrows. Like, I want them to be even and stuff when I trim them and cut them, but like, nobody really notices my eyebrows anyways, so. Yeah, that honestly really clumped up my mascara. Whoopsies. Okay, so I'm gonna have one clumpy mascara eye and one non-clumpy. That's great for me. I kind of fixed it, but like this one in particular, it's just like extra thick. Whatever. Anyways, back to lips. I love lips so much. I have a lot of stuff in lips. And my lips, like, the combo changes so much. So just keep that in mind. This is not gonna be forever. Okay. First I go with the Makeup by Mario lip pencil in the shade Ultra Suede? No, sorry, Rich Mauve. And I'll just go and outline them just like that. Like that. This one's kind of thick. By accident. I made it a little too. And then I have two Ilias. I start with the purple one. This is the shade Rhyme. And I also do the same thing with it. Just on the outside of my lip. Yeah. And then I take the Ilias other pencil in the shade Banquet, and I kind of fill in this one and like blend it a little more. Whoops. I can't hold the pencil. I kind of like draw it in on the sides, and then it kind of makes that ombre effect to it. Then I go in with the Makeup by Mario Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Serum in the shade Rosewood Glow. I really like this. It's kind of hard like to put on without doing it. I only do like little dots like that. Boom, boom. There we go for that. And then the last thing I put on is the e.l.f. Squeeze Me Lip Balm in the shade Cherry. And then for touch-ups out in town, I use the Fenty Lip Balm. I think it's in the shade Fussy. Anyways, I love it so much. And then last finishing touches are to clean up my eyes and then just brush my hair down. I need to style my hair, but like for now, it's fine, I guess. This way you can kind of just see. There you go. That's the final makeup. Love you. Bye.